Greetings, brothers and sisters. So I want to do an introduction. A lot of big stuff coming up. A lot of celebrity stuff. Billy Joel and Olivia Rodrigo, Kim Kardashian and Hillary Clinton, and there's a lot of stuff today. This is a very Madonna's daughter's first horrible music video. Madam Expiration Date, little expiration date. But anyways, I wanted to do this introduction, and one of the reasons why I can do what I do here, why people like my channel and accept the level of mockery and meanness that's in my content, right? And the only reason is that the apocalypse is here, right? It's nigh, or here, not nigh, it's here. Bill Nye just got a new show. I saw that today. But anyways, the apocalypse is here. And because of that, people accept the mockery and the, what would be considered mean. Like people 10 years ago would be like, oh, you're so mean. This is so mean. Once in a while I get a sheeple that comes in here. But most people get it because everything's broken down so bad and everything sucks so bad and everything, people are lying to us all the time, that the level of hostility that the powers that be and the celebrities and the politicians and the media are putting out every day, their psychological operations, their gaslighting of us, just lying to our faces in a very deceptive and evil way is so bad. It's so evil. Anything that I say pales in comparison, right? Because the level of meanness that they're exhibiting and, how it affects us and our future and our children's future and, great-grandchildren's future and the planet and, everything, right? Disconnecting people from God. It's gotten so bad. It's always been bad, but it was harder to see. Years ago, it looked like it was 80% good, 20% bad. 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 10 years ago, even not as bad as it is now. But now it's just like, all right, everything is just, just complete lie. They're collapsing the system. They're breaking all their promises. There was this promise given to our grandparents or our great-grandparents or whatever generation it was. When they lured them off the farm, they got them away from their tribes and their villages, and they brought them into the cities and said, give up your skills and your community and your relationship with God and all these things and live a hedonistic life, work only 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day or whatever it was back then at a single task, and we'll give you money and you can do all these other things and there'll be all this other stuff available, stores, grocery stores, all these things, right? If you had people growing their own food, you couldn't have grocery stores. You needed to change the way society ran, the way that people lived, right? People were very self-sufficient. They could grow lots of their own food, and in their area they could grow enough food. They knew about what kind of natural health care to take, herbs and things or whatever else they were doing. They knew how to make clothing. They're so, they're so efficient. They knew how to do so many different things. People look at old-fashioned people as being, not as evolved as us, but they had way more of everything, more vocabulary words, better education, better critical thinking skills, better ability to read people. So many different things that they were good at. They even had their own entertainment where someone in the family played an instrument, they sang or whatever. All this stuff was things that happened in their local community, their tribe, their family. All these services now that we pay for, and we don't know how to do these things. And they did them all, right? They used to do them all. And that's how our economy has worked, is to remove a skill base from the people and then make that some sort of subscription-like based situation where you're making payments on a house or a car and on your health care and your insurance premiums and these things. We are constantly being a customer. You have poor health, so you have to go back to the doctor all the time. You need to be on all these medications. Like that's, it's a subscription-based economy. And now the effects of that and the weakening of the human being, and they're going to drop this on you pretty soon. Guess what? This lifestyle that we promised would always be here for you is now gone. And it's going to get a lot worse. And then they're going to drop the the new reality, your new normal. And so because of all those things that people are knowing or sensing, the stuff that I do here and say here is so minimal, right? Because of the hostility that they're coming at us with. I mean, the level of evil and, bad intentions and the way they treat us is so bad. All of us. And it's pretty shameless. So let me show you this. Somebody sent me this. It's a clip of a bunch of, media personalities trying to sell to their audience that Jojo Magoo has done a great job. And it is classic. It's hilarious.
President Biden has been racking up wins.
Racking up win after win.
This is a big, big win.
Big victory at the White House.
Look at this huge accomplishment.
The list of accomplishments for Joe Biden just seems to keep growing.
He's on a roll.
It is a remarkable record.
It's all moving in Joe Biden's direction. He's got his aviators on.
Inflation is, still a factor. Gas prices are actually coming down and have been coming down for almost 2 months.
The inflation rate is incredibly high, but look at those jobs numbers on Friday.
The unemployment numbers are remarkable.
Inflation Reduction Act, great name. Now for all of those who say, President Biden, what are you going to do about inflation? You've got it.
COVID stimulus package, nearly $2 trillion. Infrastructure and Jobs Act, $550 billion. Chips and Science Act, $280 billion.
And then this package, Mika, which is landmark.
Yeah.
I mean,
Preventing World War III. Check.
More oil drilling here.
Gas prices plummeting.
Making more vaccines here.
COVID, he survived it.
More clean energy here.
Al-Zawahiri. Check.
So far, President Biden doesn't seem to be getting a lot of credit for this. He hasn't explained it.
I mean, there's no question that Joe Biden is on a roll legislatively, on the national security front, but he's getting no credit for it. If you look at our new poll, I mean, he's getting credit for almost nothing.
any way you cut it, even Republicans have to admit this privately, and they are. It's been a hell of a run.
I mean, it's absolutely brutal. The first thing is the guy has been senile for a while. He was a liar and a screw-up, a lifelong political hack. And they took a policy of, we're going to do anything to keep Trump out of the White House. So that was the media's policy, everybody's policy. Fox News was in on everybody, right? They wanted to get Trump out of the White House. And so they forced Jojo Magoo on us, despite his crackhead son, who banged a stripper named, impregnated a stripper named Dallas from Arkansas. I mean, all the things. They covered up his... He just came out another thing from New York Post. I'll get to this later in the video. FBI admits to saying, hey, don't investigate him because this will change the outcome of the election. I mean, so all these things, right? I mean, it's just all right there. But he was, a guy who can't function mentally. And he was a putz before that. He was never great. And then he's breaking down. And the country's breaking down. It's clear apocalypse. Everybody can kind of sense it and see it. And for them to come out, I mean, think about the evil and the bad intentions and just the fundamental dishonesty and betrayal of your, what you're supposed to be, which is a truth teller as a journalist. And them to come out with all that enthusiasm and tout how Jojo Magoo isn't a complete bonehead and disaster as a president that everybody can see. I mean, it's so bad. So what could I say that was worse than that, right? I mean, the reason that my channel works now and that, the mockery and the meanness is accepted is because it's all true. It has to be true. If it isn't true, then I'm just a mean, jealous, sort of, unhappy person, right? I mean, years ago, that's how people would have seen me because they wouldn't be able to see that what I'm saying here is true, right? It's clearly, I mean, it's much worse than I say, right? I'm almost like, positive or even give some balanced perspective and talk about how they're all trapped in their positions trying to keep a evil, broken system that's insolvent alive, right? I mean, I give a lot more generous sort of appraisal than other people do. But that's how bad it is. That's how you know it's the apocalypse, when my mockery is accepted as acceptable behavior, right? Is something like, yeah, of course it's good that you're doing that. Because any other time, it wouldn't be. The only time is when people can see it, right? Can see it for what it is. All right, let's get into the main part of the video here. Greetings, brothers and sisters. Britney J. Spears is choosing happiness after deleting her instaghoul again. Here's her instaghoul page. Oftentimes this happens. So she's got a bikini on there. Britney Spears is ridding herself of negativity, starting with instaghoul. The pop star deactivated her social media account again Wednesday and explained shortly after that she aims to have a drama-free life. Well, I mean, would be wise, but she can't help herself, right? I'm learning every day is a clean slate to try and be a better person and do what makes me happy. Yes, I choose happiness. I tell myself every day to get to the hurt, bitterness, and try to forgive myself and others to what may have been hurtful. And maybe perhaps taking some English lessons. A couple of my viewers pointed out that she was talking about how she never took seconds and she never got more. And she literally had a song saying, "Give me more." A much younger Britney there. Fiery fight over dog broke up Sylvester Stallone's 25-year marriage. This could be under the category of Hollywood celebrities dropping like flies. Jennifer Flavin filed for divorce after she and Sylvester Stallone had a massive fight over their new Rottweiler, sources told TMZ. Stallone, 76, apparently wanted the pooch, whose name is Dwight, for protection for their family. Flavin wasn't on board with adding another dog to the family. Instead of compromising, they fiercely stuck to their positions. The damning dog argument allegedly led to an extremely heated argument that brought up other issues in their marriage, although it didn't appear to be the marriage enders at the time. Unfortunately for both Flavin, 54, and their marriage, the Rocky star won the argument and used the dog to promote his new show, Tulsa King, by naming him after the name of his character. There he is with the dog there. See a sort of a family resemblance. So incredibly happy with my newly acquired four-legged friend Dwight, my character's name from the series. Keep on punching and keep on barking. And so there's that. There's his tattoo. He's got a Rottweiler tattoo. He had a botch tattoo that he redid with now a Rottweiler's face. In court documents obtained by Page Six, the former model claimed that the union is irretrievably broken. Flavin also alleged her hubby has engaged in intentional dissipation, deplete, or waste of material assets. So, are they broke? Is that what she's saying? So, there they are. FBI brass warned agents off Hunter Biden laptop due to 2020 election, whistleblowers say. FBI officials told agents not to investigate first son Hunter Biden's infamous laptop for months, vowing that the Bureau was not going to change the outcome of an election, according to a whistleblower. These new documents provide even more evidence of FBI corruption. And, that's all you can say this is. Because it's your job to investigate them. Whether it's going to affect the election or not, it is. But you guys were doing anything to get rid of Trump, and this is a big part of it. Olivia Wilde, not surprising, Jason Sudeikis tried to sabotage me with papers. We covered this before. She was giving a speech, and he sent somebody to serve her papers. Sadly, it's not something that was entirely surprising to me. I mean, there's a reason I left the relationship. Kablawi, and the reason's this dude's behavior, according to her. Heather Morris claims Jennifer Lopez cut dancers over astrology sign.
She said, thank you so much. You guys have worked so hard. By a show of hands, if there are any Virgos in the room, can you just raise your hand? She whispered to her assistant. No. She looked at them and she said, thank you so much for coming.
She was on Glee. Don't know who this person is. But she says J-Lo was making decisions based on what astrological sign you have. I wonder if anybody raised their hand and they weren't a Virgo, thinking it was a good thing. So one of my viewers sent me this. And this is apparently Lola Hole Lock and Key. Madonna's daughter, Lourdes Leone, released her first single. So it is her daughter. Apparently she's inherited Madonna's inability to sing here. See, like this is Mom. She's got Mom tattooed there. There's a Punisher thing here on the bumper of the car. So she has Mom's crappy vocal abilities. And also, she's had some lip work done. You know what would be the best outcome possible? If this untalented daughter became more popular and bigger than Madonna. That would be great, because Madonna would be completely jealous. Here's a little Illuminati eye thing they do there. There's her bow. The end of the video, she's wearing basically some kind of stripper pasties covering up her you-know-whats. And she's got a hole here for her hair, fake hair to come down. There's another skull reference here. Over here. Dude's driving with a skull here. Or is that a dog? It might be a dog. Dog skull. And she's doing dangerous activities. Don't try this at home. No, it's a skull. The skull with the dice and the long hair. This thing just keeps on going on and on. Horrible song. Here's a coffin. You know, Madam Expiration Date. Is the skulls supposed to represent Madam Expiration Date in the coffin? She throws off her chain and then emerges from some crystal heart on the beach. She's basically half naked and, I mean, just not, you know. This is what her mom used to do to try to gain attention, but now in the age of Lady Gaga and all these other sensationalistic shock pop artists, she's just, you know, not making the grade here. The papier-mâché heart starts falling apart here. There's not big production values here. Madonna didn't spring for a quality video. And it says Chemical X here, whatever that means. Olivia Rodrigo turns up at Billy Joel concert, creates instantaneously iconic moment. They're trying to... Remember, I just did a video on Billy Joel and CNN and Fareed Zakaria, right?
To bring up another young musician.
Who is that? Is it Olivia Rodrigo?
This is a very talented singer-songwriter. She's a triple Grammy winner. She won the Billboard Award 2022 Woman of the Year.
Woo!
She's got the American Music Award. She's got all kinds of awards. She's
won some awards, woo!
Very talented, and I like her music, and so do my kids. Please say hello to Olivia Rodrigo.
Woo! Now, why are these young people all at this concert? At Madison Square Garden. Did they know she was coming? Why are they here? Woo! It's not a corpse like Billy Joel. Woo! Somebody with a pulse. Woo! Okay. Start singing her own song. When is she going to sing with Billy? They're singing Uptown Girl together. Well, that's a horrible song. All right. Kim Kardashian beats Hillary Clinton in legal knowledge quiz, something they have on Apple TV, I believe it's called, right? Yeah, Apple TV. And so Hillary Clinton and Chelsea Clinton have a show now, and she got into a legal argument with Kim Kardashian and lost.
Their new Apple TV Plus show, Gutsy, Hillary and Chelsea Clinton found unique ways to shine a light on the
Gutsy. Couple of gutsy dames here.
important work being done by both celebrities and everyday
Look, they got some of the heavy hitters. Amy Schumer, Sad Dumpling's going to be there.
heroes. The mother-daughter duo opened up about the legal trivia contest with criminal justice reform advocate Kim Kardashian.
You can't defeat this brilliant legal mind.
that proved particularly humbling for one of them.
Under what circumstances may one use deadly force to defend themselves?
My grandma, what a deep voice you have.
May one use deadly force to defend themselves? Yes.
When?
Are you wearing gloves? Is she wearing gloves? She's wearing gloves.
Yes.
When one is being faced with deadly force themselves, or one believes that deadly force is imminent.
Boom, she gets a point. 0 for Hillary.
I'm going to lose that contest to her secretary.
Oh, it was heartbreaking. Oh my gosh. But
I think it's also just needs to work
Like, how's she still alive, right?
on her reaction
Don't tell me she's a clone or whatever.
time, Sandra. It was like sometimes I could see my mom knew what the answer was, but she wouldn't hit the buzzer in time.
well, I was also really intrigued by how well she did. I wanted to.
You saying you threw the contest? Do you do the same thing with Trump? Do you throw the contest, or maybe it's the Russians' fault? Did the Russians rig it for Kim Kardashian to win?
Put the spotlight on her. Not that she needs it, but
Yeah, exactly. That's what we need, more spotlights on Kim Kardashian.
she worked really hard to get that.
Boy, I forgot how annoying her voice is. And look at this, right? She's even worse than her mom. Chelsea Clinton said she removed Kanye West's music from her library because of the way that he treated Kim Kardashian. This came in yesterday, the day before, and now it makes so much more sense because of the gutsy series that she's a part of. I already got like a bunch of stuff for tomorrow. I got stuff coming in for the Hollywood celebrities dropping like flies on my other channel, and a couple of trailers and a Tom Hanks sighting, a couple of funny jokes to do with that. I'll probably lead with that. But I mean, the stuff just keeps on piling in. It's kind of like working in the mail. It just never stops, right? It's coming in even when you're not doing anything. You wake up in the morning, there's a whole bunch of new stuff and leftover stuff from the day before. The one thing I just want to note, I just did the watch this again, and boy, is Hillary Clinton really tough to watch. I mean, her voice, her mannerisms, the way she expressed herself, she just struggles. She's so unpleasant to listen to. Hilaria Rodham Clinton, and her daughter's like even worse. Her daughter's got a deeper voice and the same mannerisms, and she's got a little bit of Bill in her, but the worst parts, right? And so, boy, I don't miss the Clintons at all. Anyways, only spirituality will save this world. It's Barbado, definitely reporting from the apocalypse. And the ascension, everyone have a blessed day and be grateful.